Hey everybody, howdy. Welcome back to Cataclysm Turkey Day Ahead. Guess it's time to move it to the Christmas picture. I'm assuming they're going to have a Christmas picture. I don't know when they're planning on updating it. But yeah, Cataclysm Turkey Day Ahead. Always fun when we get these little updates for Halloween and Thanksgiving. And I think, does Christmas have one? I want to say Christmas has one. We'll find out, but yeah, hi, I'm Vormithrax. We're going to play some Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead and see what kind of trouble we can get into. So, let's go ahead and get loaded in now that we've had a look at the fun little turkey-flavored scene. Back to Delicatessen, Duncan Milk Fagan. So I forgot to update my build number again. We are... come on, screen. What build am I on? I'm on build 9958. That was the most recent one as per just a little bit ago. And 1 second while I update my notes here. So many things to do. I gotta make a checklist. 9958. Alright, build number's updated in the chat command for the settings. I think that's all I need to work on. Oh, this whole weird screen that I've got for Twitch now. Like Twitch completely changed the streaming dashboard setup. I'm still trying to get used to it, trying to figure it out. Good thing I don't have to look at it too much. Okay, I think everything's working. Stream is streaming, voice is voicing. What I don't know is the weird volume issue that we've been having with the little ping alerts when people sub and tip and donate and all that stuff. I will see if it's loud again today. I looked and nothing's changed. I don't know why it's louder all of a sudden. It was at least on Monday, and no explanation I can find. I haven't changed anything. All my settings are still the same. So we'll see. Alright. No, you missed it. I welcomed everybody to the Cataclysm Turkey Days Ahead. We'd already done that. Alright. So when we left off on Monday, we had traveled up to this little place here. We're kind of on the road. We escaped our capture between these stupid rivers. We got placed in between two big long rivers, and I hate that when that happens. So we got out of there. We just left, and took a bit of driving, a bit more driving, but we're finally right down here. And we have a target. Our target for this evening is to go check out this office tower. Why do I want to go check out an office tower, you ask? Well, let me tell you why. If I zoom up, all of a sudden it's a science lab tower. Up again, up again, up again, up again, up again. So we've got a 6th floor science lab tower that we can go explore. With supposedly 2 finales at the top. We'll see if there's actually 2 or not. Assuming we can make it that far. So it's kind of buried in the middle of the city, as you can see. It's only the second time I found one of these lab towers. We had found one 4 months back. I forget exactly how far back it was. It was a while back, and we only managed to explore the first level or 2 of it. And then we had to turn around. We got roadblocked. So hopefully we've got what we need to actually force our way a little further into this particular tower. So that's the plan. That's our immediate goal. We're in our capture van. That's what we're calling it. So we are, as I said, Duncan Milk Fagan, the true food person, who's also a psychotic cannibal, gourmand, yeah, and a few other issues. So we're having a bit of fun with it. Between a few of the traits, there are things I haven't done before. I haven't done the food person one, so we're having fun with that. That's pretty cool little start and scenario requirements and things that we're working around. Insomniac is causing me some problems. I don't remember the last time I took Insomniac, and it's a little tough not being able to easily control when you sleep as reliably, so and heal. So that's being a little bit pesky. What else? Not much of the other ones are causing me too many problems. We are a Krav Maga specialist at the moment, and we're kind of abusing and demonstrating a broken mechanic in regards to the Drunken Master trait, and unarmed martial arts. So you'll see what I mean here when we get rolling. We're slightly radiated, bandaged, disinfected, nothing much going on there. You can see we've done very little in the way of skills because we are both not very smart. That makes book reading very, very slow. And we are a slow learner, which means practicing or crafting or doing things is also slow advancement. So yeah, I've got more stuff this run and less skills than I think I've had in a very, very long time. So it's been kind of interesting. It's almost been a no crafting run for the most part. We just barely now started to get a little bit of skill. I got tailoring to 4 for the sole purpose of repairing my hiking backpack. That's why we got that specifically. But yeah, so character sheet. Not much in the way of skill progression so far. Strength 13, intelligence 6. That's pretty much the main things there. I'm going to do a few things about some of this stuff. I need to fix a few things. Yeah, I need to fix a few things, especially with what we're about to go do. Here's our gear. So, I got a lot of crazy stuff. I figured I'd have some fun this time out and start putting on all this crazy stuff you can find in the game. So we've got diamond dental grills, beaded earrings, faux fur cattails, wedding rings, necklaces, all sorts of fun stuff, including our actual useful stuff. The most important gear that I'm carrying, the most dangerous gear, is my my dual hip flasks. Yes, I am rocking dual hip flasks. I got gin and vodka, and I'm not afraid to use it. You'll either know why if you've been watching this run, or you'll find out why here pretty quick. Alright, we currently do have the FoodPerson mask on. That's just to save us the morale hit while I'm trying to craft and do some other stuff here. If you're not familiar with the FoodPerson challenge, it's pretty fun. I don't want to spoil too much of it. You can kind of watch and see what's going on. See, now my ping thing didn't work again. Hey there, middle management robot. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it fires, sometimes it doesn't lately. It's been really sporadic, and it's nothing on my side. It's the connections between Twitch and Streamlabs. Go make sure of one thing, though. Yep, we're okay there. And it did just show up, and that hasn't pulled yet, but it should. Alright, well. Thanks for the resub, though. Yeah, so we're rocking some okay equipment, considering the start we've got. We're going to test out the brass knuckles as opposed to the nail knuckles. I'm not super impressed with them. We'll probably end up switching back here pretty quick, but I'll have to remember a few other things we've been doing. Gear-wise, though, it's really just the stuff we started with only a few additions. The hiking backpack, but we started with the leg guards, we started with the chest guard, and the other things are mostly just very small things I've located and found as we've been driving around, so nothing too impressive there. Well, we do have some weaponry, though. Finally, we've got some weaponry, so I'm happy about that. Alright, stop doing that. Alright, so we're using a Scar right now. We've got the Scar H, we've added a strap and a suppressor to it, and we've got a decent amount of ammo for it. Hopefully we find more before I run this completely down, but we do have a Scar L as well that I can switch to if necessary, and we've got a little bit of ammo for that as well. So, we'll see. We got some fun stuff, but yeah, that's the list. We've got all the basic tools and the pickaxe, so we're all set there. I forgot the things I'm missing. Oh, we need welding gear. We just actually solved part of our welding problem. We picked up an acetylene torch and some welding gas. So we've now got the welding gear that I needed to get a few important things done. So that'll be another thing we're going to try to work on. So we'll see what's going to go on here. Alright, let me check in with chat real quick and we'll get things rolling. Hi, everybody. I don't have a lot of candy in the capture van. No, we're not really going after kids. Are there any NPC children? I don't think there's any NPC children of the random or the static variety. I don't remember seeing any. Best way to get ammonia and bleach? Are you asking the best way to get ammonia and bleach? If so, it's to visit a lab, especially one of the short mini 1-level labs. Labs, research facilities, they just got tons and tons of the stuff. Otherwise, bleach specifically, not in a lab. The best place I've found is laundromats. Lots and lots of bleach at laundromats. Ammonia's a little tougher to track down in quantity, but yeah, laundromats for bleach and labs for ammonia, unfortunately. Alright. No, it's not called reinforcing. You don't reinforce guns. It's called accurizing. It's a different thing. You've always been able to do that. That's nothing new. Okay, so what are we doing here? What time is it? I, again, as tradition demands, have no idea what my day-night sleep cycle is. Especially with this guy. I think we slept recently, but I don't know for sure. So part of this difficulty on this challenge, since the character itself isn't super horribly difficult, is that we fast-forwarded the evolution. So we started on day 35, so we're 6 days in, and on day 1, right from the very start, we had upgraded zombies. So we do have predators, necromancers, all the fun stuff. Are painkillers still bugged? I don't know. We'll find out. I've had some really inconsistent times with painkillers and pain in general, and getting pain to go away. I don't know what it is, but we did have an occurrence on Monday's stream where it just wouldn't go away again. So maybe it's happening still, or it'll happen again. We'll find out. But yeah, heading into towns like this is a dangerous proposition, because we do have all the upgraded zombies possible. They're not in huge density yet, so I've just about, with the settings we used in this one, found my current desired sweet spot for keeping my game interesting to me. Having only the super low-level zombies for weeks at a time is just kind of boring and way too easy for me. So I'm playing around with settings, trying to find a spot where I either have just the very beginnings of evolved zombies right at the start, or just a very small lead time before they start evolving. I think what I want to do is I want to get evolution set really fast, but have a start time where I have only either like a week at the most of prep time before the evolved zombies start showing up, and then they start showing up really quickly after that. Or they actually start with a few low-level or a few evolved, a small number right at the start. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. I want the evolution to happen faster once it does start happening, but I want just a little bit of a lead time. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for my personal preference for gameplay, challenge, and interest levels, and so on. Alright. I don't have any dispute with whether or not pain should be able to go away. My dispute in all of these types of arguments is consistency. Consistency is what I'm after. I could care less how much pain I'm in, what kind of effects it have, how long it has to go away. That is not my issue. So, all I care about is that when I have a situation occur and I'm at such a level of pain, and it happens in a certain way, that 2 days later, when I have the exact same circumstances, the same damn circumstances apply. And it's not one day I can stay still and just rest for an hour and all the pain goes away, but then 2 days later, in the exact same level of pain and other circumstances, I can't get it to go away. That is my argument. I could care less about how hard it is and how difficult it is and all that stuff. That's never my argument. Almost all of my arguments with issues in the game is consistency of the mechanics. It's not how hard the game is, or I'm not giving enough credence to the level of pain I'm in, or any of that kind of stuff. Could care less. Make it hard, make it difficult, make it painful. That's all great. I just want to understand the mechanics on why it's happening, how to deal with it, what my expectations are on how long it's going to take, all that kind of stuff. That's my issue. It's just wildly inconsistent, and I can't figure out what the change is if I'm just not spotting something that's making one situation different from another, or if there's truly just some wonky math going on, and I'm in inconceivable pain, but I can rest for an hour and it's completely gone one time. But the next time I'm slamming Oxy and waiting for an hour and it doesn't budge. That's my issue. So, almost all of my gripes about game mechanics boils down to that same basic premise. It's almost never about making the game easier, harder, or so on. I could care less. I have to artificially inflate difficulty anyway to extreme degrees to make things interesting and challenging. Alright, so yeah, we're heading into the office tower. I gotta decide, are we going to try to do this in the daylight, or are we going to try to go in at night? It's going to be obviously much, much safer at night. We've got a full moon, just about, and that's going to render the approach to the tower a hell of a lot more safe if we do it at night. Otherwise, we're going to have to be fighting our way all the way in, which... there's going to be too many with my double zombie spawns to melee effectively. It would take me forever, and we'd risk quite a bit of damage and pain and danger in order to get to the tower itself. So the best course, what time is it? Oh, it's almost 8 p.m. Perfect. Assuming I'm not about to go to sleep. I couldn't explain it why that's the case. Zombie Robo Ninja 1. That's just always been the case. It's always been that way. I've been preaching raiding at night with the full moon for quite a while now. And I don't know. I still get people that like to argue with me that day raiding is better. Those people are just wrong. I don't know how many more times I can explain it, demonstrate it. It's like, whatever. You guys day raid all you want. But it has its place, of course. Day raiding, night raiding, it's all situational and specific to the character build and circumstances and player preference and so on. So day raid if you'd like. I get kind of annoyed when people try to claim day raiding is the one true path and tell new players that that's what they need to do. That's where I get annoyed. Alright, so yeah, definitely night raid. So we got about an hour to pass. I don't know when I'm going to get tired. We are somewhat damaged, but we don't have any negative healing traits, so we should be able to get that taken care of. What I really need to do right now is just settle on what gear we're going to take in with us, because whatever I take in is all we're going to have available to us for a while. That's the hope anyway. Now these lab floors are not very big, so the actual rooms are identical to what you would find in normal labs. And there's only 5 of them per floor, so you can kind of get roadblocked, which is what happened to me the last time I found one of these towers, by the circumstances of the room configurations. Because you don't have a lot of room to maneuver, and that makes things a little tougher tactics-wise. If, for example, you get fungus in front of you, if you get any of the random kind of environmental dangers that can show up, like the heat vents that make it 300 degrees in an entire area, things like that. If any of those things occur, or even as simple as 2 or 3 Shakabrutes in a single room, then we could be in trouble, and we won't be able to progress. And it'll be hard for me to pull back out to get back to safety, especially if it's daytime. So... yeah, we'll have to see. So I need to take in enough stuff that I've got everything I need for possibly an extended period of time inside there, and I can't rely on that small amount of areas to give me the food and water I need. So we might have to make a few trips in and out of here. I'm not sure. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to, is the challenge of figuring out how to crack that nut, how to get in there and do it effectively and then get back out again. The only other building near it that I'm interested in is the mill surplus, to a small degree. There's maybe a few things I can get out of a mill surplus, but mill surplus with 50% item drop rate is pretty poor in terms of actual useful items I've pulled out of them. So every once in a while, but yeah, we'll see. All right, yeah, only the players get the full moon bonus, so do not be afraid. Basically, you can, with the change to the time frames, the 6 second to 1 second change, and getting a full moon, clear sky, you can literally loot an entire town of all of its useful stuff in one evening. Especially if you're not playing with evolved zombies right off the start. So, with only the standard zombies, the only ones you even remotely have to pay attention to is like the feral runners and feral hunters. Everything else you can so super easy just walk around, and you can grab all the specialized loot from all the buildings that you might want to hit, and then be on your way. It just makes the early game so easy. But it's the way it's built, so it's always been that way. Monsters do not get the full moon vision bonus. So, oh, Nimble, you're not going to trip me into that conversation. Nimble knows better. I've had that conversation so many times. Alright, I think we're all caught up on chat. Let's go ahead and get things going. So I'm going to start paying attention to in-game stuff. 75 rounds. 75 rounds. I should probably bring my Browning heavy machine gun, right? That's what I should be lugging around to shoot. I don't have enough ammo for the auto mags. Actually, what else? Do I have something in the holster? I've still got that Enforcer in the holster. We probably should switch the Enforcer out. Let's grab that. We'll ditch that. Just doesn't have enough. Not enough of what I need. Let's go with. Well. The whole setting a building on fire thing is famously something I'm constantly having to squash as old info that people just insist on passing down to new players. I see it all the time. I yell at people all the time about passing that stupid tip on. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked in a extremely long time, and I wish people would stop recommending it. It's just. Yeah, it's just famously one of my triggers. There's 2 or 3 questions that I've answered so many times that I get kind of grumpy about them. So most of the long-term listeners and watchers know which ones will kind of set me off. That's one of them. All right. What was I gonna take? I guess I am stuck with that one. I thought I had another pistol. I'm not interested in the Glock. I haven't picked up that hardly any 9mm ammo either. I think I'm just gonna stick with the rounds I've got. I won't be firing that many rounds anyway. I'll be meleeing most of the standard stuff. I'll just be using the gunfire for some very select things. So I guess we will take the Enforcer. It's gonna take me just a few to get back in the swing of things from Monday's run. All right. I think I've got enough of the various medical items, except for take a few more bandages and another bottle of disinfectant. Get that first before I forget. Oh crap! I got no bandages here. I unpacked all of the first aid kits. Apparently, I have. All right. Well, one of those and. Probably boil these, but we'll not worry about it for now. I'm not irritated at the new players asking. I'm irritated at players that should know better, that are responding to a new player's question, that don't bother to think about, test, or anything else the information they're handing off to new players of the game. Those are the ones that make me irritated. It's not the new players asking the questions that bug me. It's just the way this stupid info keeps getting handed down, despite it not being true for years sometimes. That's what drives me nuts. Alright, yeah, so I'm not going to take any other guns. I think we'll just stick with what we've got. I don't want to drag too much stuff in here. I might need the EMP grenade. Let's grab the EMP grenade. I'm not taking the mini nuke. Nope, not taking it. Do I care about taking a battery for the FoodPerson mask? The downside to not wearing the mask is the negative 20 morale hit, and that does impact your focus and so on, so I'm a little undecided. In the tower, it shouldn't be a big deal that it's yelling constantly, the slogans. So I'll probably do it. I don't think... Oh, I gotta take the pickaxe too. That's gonna suck a bit. I won't need the rest of that. I'm gonna hope that we can keep the... I'm gonna hope we can keep the gear together. I'm not gonna take any backups of that. Alright, we'll take... I think I've got 1 gallon of water somewhere. 12 out of 15. That'll have to be enough. And have anything? I could take some MREs with me. 2 pounds and 0.75 liters, huh? That's fine. We'll take all the MREs. I got plenty of carry weight and carry capacity for heading in. I'll just drop it at the bottom floor and then we'll start working my way up. Alright, what else? So we've got food, we've got a tiny bit of water. We should be able to find more of that inside. Not gonna take any books. Not worried about lights. Alright, so we'll take a standard medium battery for the mask. Take one of those. And I think that's it for now. Alright, I think that might be it. I've got my rollerblades and my sneakers. We've got food and water. We've got the basic tools and the firearm repair kit. We've got our pickaxe for going through walls and doors. Hopefully the brass knuckles don't break. I can make more nail knuckles. Yeah, what am I missing? Just the sticks and the planks, so that's no problem. Let's make a couple of backup nail knuckles just in case. Alright, so we got plenty of melee backup. Got enough skill now. What do these take to repair? I forget. Soldering iron? Enchanted tailor's kit. Oh, that's funny. A curved needle. Tailor's kit. Really? Sewing kit won't do it? Alright, let's oops. Oh, I don't have the plastic chunks. I might be able to get enough plastic chunks. Do I care about that computer? Only one computer or one computer? Contact us! Quit. Alright, there's some plastic chunks. Copper wire. Yeah, just not quite enough. Oh, it uses fab. No wonder. Alright, I haven't done the fab grinding yet, so I think we're just going to have to go with the damage and hope they don't get knocked completely off me before we get a chance to repair them. I don't think I care much about getting the rest of that fixed right now. If anything, I would... No, I can't reinforce the hiking backpack either. We don't have quite enough for that. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, the plastic chunks by taking apart car wheels, that's another one. That one doesn't come up quite as often. It still gets handed down, and it's still not possible, but, yeah. Building burning stuff. Alright, hopefully these people that are asking are not just trying to waste my time, but a long time ago, in the distant past, I'm talking like 2 years ago or so, because it did work when I first started playing Cataclysm. So 2+ years ago, you could light a building on fire, run away, and as long as you stayed within the reality bubble, all the zombies in the local area would go running towards the fire, would just jump into the fire and burn themselves up. So you could do a pretty good job of helping clear entire neighborhoods just by selectively lighting a few buildings on fire. Because the noise that it made, and not really the light, mostly the noise, would cause the zombies to come running and just jump right into the fire and kill themselves. Hasn't worked in a really long time, though. Sometime in the last few years, changes were made, and zombies pay a hell of a lot less attention now to... I don't know if it's specific to fire and fire noise, because other noises will cause them to change their direction or to do things. But now, if you want to kill zombies in a fire, you have to basically light it on fire. Then you have to be in the zombies' line of sight so that they're tracking towards you. And you have to maneuver them using that to get them to go into the fire. You can't just light it on fire, run off and hide somewhere and expect them to all go running in and jump. I got lots and lots and lots of demonstrations during my live streams because people tell me to do that all the time when I'm doing my live streams. They're always going, oh, why don't you just set a building on fire? Well, A, it takes actually a long time to get a fire going. You can't just light it on fire and run away. You gotta light 2 or 3 spaces, each of which takes like 6 seconds each. Then you gotta wait like 5 minutes before the fire actually starts to spread to any appreciable degree. So it's useless as a, oh my god, I'm being chased, I need to get rid of these zombies chasing me. You just can't do it. It's not fast enough to do effectively. But the only thing you can do that is effective is you could drop wood or something on the ground, light it on fire, and then have the zombies in a row come towards you. They step on the fire, take damage while you're killing them. That can be helpful if you've got enough lead time to get that set up. But the whole just light a building on fire to get away from zombies chasing you is a total myth. You can't do it. It's not something you can effectively actually accomplish. So... and it's been that way for quite a long time, but people just keep saying to new players, oh, here's a great strategy. Just light buildings on fire. All the zombies will jump in. Nope, they won't. Super easy to test. Just start up your own test world and turn on invincibility and invisibility for your characters so they can't see you. Have a bunch of zombies near a building, light the building on fire, and just watch. The zombies will just stand there. They'll just stand there and ignore the burning building. They could care less. They will occasionally randomly wander into it, or if they spot a squirrel on the far side of the building, they'll try to go get the squirrel, which might lead them into the fire, but it's something else that's moving them into the fire. It has nothing to do with the fire itself. So, there you go. Vorm's fire explanation number 475. Alright, So it should be getting dark here pretty soon. What, we got about an hour before it gets dark? I think we got about an hour. Let's, Yeah, some of the tips in my early videos are like 2 years old now. So you got to take anything you read about Cataclysm with some amount of grains of salt because the game changes so fast and so much. Just like my very first quick tip, wasn't that the moose video? That's totally irrelevant nowadays as well. Moose don't care if you yell at them or not, but they're also not hostile. unless they've been damaged by something already, and they go berserk, or it's autumn. So the moose video is probably the most famous of being completely outdated now, but is another tip that constantly gets passed around by people telling new players, "Oh, just yell at the moose, it'll go away." Nope. First, the moose shouldn't be attacking you. It's not hostile, and then secondly, doesn't work. So there you go. Okay. Then the next question I usually get is, well, how come you still have the video up? Why don't you do a new one or change it or whatever? Well, here's the problem. Who's my video aimed at? Only the current bleeding edge experimental users? Only the 0.D stable users? Only the 0.C stable users? Do I have a new video for every single version of the game? How do I go about addressing that? There isn't a proper exact way to do it. So we just got to live with the changing nature of the game. And there's absolutely no way to keep all references up to date. The wiki is famously out of date and wrong. You got to take big old blocks of salt with anything you read on the wiki. Probably 75% of the jokes about Cataclysm all end with, well, according to the wiki. That's the punchline of most of the Cataclysm humor. And I applaud anybody that's trying to keep that thing up to date, but I mean, I have the exact same problem. My videos are not immune to the issue either, so I just correct as I can and educate as I can and update as I can, but solely impossible for me to keep all the videos up to date either. I try to keep people informed, and when I'm doing those kinds of things, I try to keep information in it that makes it appropriate as per whatever build or whatever version or so on, but yeah. Alright, let's stop chatting about that kind of stuff in the back of the van here. Let's pass some time and let's get moving. Let's get some things accomplished here. Let's wait. I don't remember when nightfall is. Well, it's right about now. Another 30 minutes. Alright, so here's FoodPerson. Here's our vision range. So, again, if you're a new player, a couple things to note. If you have, this is the moon indicator. The lighter it gets, the brighter the moon is. We're closer we're getting to the full moon. So we're almost to a completely full moon. Not quite, just about. And we've also got clear skies, no cloud cover. Then you get this huge vision range. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18 spaces away right now. As long as the weather is clear. If any kind of clouds move in or rain or anything like that, then I lose that and we're back to our default night vision range. But for the moment, clear skies, full moon, go loot! It's so easy. Make sure you take advantage of that. It's probably the most powerful advantage players get based on just game world timing and other seasonal dynamics and such is make sure you're taking advantage of the full moons when you get them. Watch for clear skies, and if you've got the combo, clear sky, full moon, make sure you get out there and start looting. Alright, so are we going to go in? Yeah, I think we're going to go in with the rollerblades. So we'll take off the sneakers. We'll go to the rollerblades. That gives me a big old speed boost. And we'll wield the... I'm going to wield the damaged nail knuckles. There's reasons why I do some things like this. I don't always mention them or talk about them on stream. I'll mention the reasoning behind this, though. So, I can swap between my weapons fairly quickly. I've got high mobility, so I can usually maneuver and get enough room that I can make the swap. The thing I fear is losing my primary ranged weapon to technicians. Anybody that's seen my video, Why Vorm Loves the Cataclysm and Why It Hates Him in Return, knows what I'm talking about. There's a particular zombie, the technician zombie, that can yank. They have telekinesis, and they can yank the weapons out of your hands from a fair range. So I'm always worried that I'm going to lose my weapon to one of those guys. So if you haven't seen that video, I would recommend you go watch it. If you like watching any of my playthroughs and you have not seen that particular video, it's kind of the premiere video on my YouTube front page. Get a nice drink, get some frosty beverage and some snacks, and watch that one. By far, probably the most intense and insane. How long is that video? An hour? I forget how long that thing is. Hour of Cataclysm I've seen. It's the big reason why I can continue to play Cataclysm as much as I do. For opportunities like that the game presented me. Just a cascade of horrifying, fun, hilarious, terrible circumstances. that equated to a huge amount of fun. So go check that one out if you haven't seen it already. All right, yeah, let's get moving. So big advantage we have right now is vision range and movement speed. So we should have almost no problems. The only thing that I fear is predators. Predators are about the only thing that could possibly do me any kind of damage. So we're just going to head straight in. I'm just going to follow the road. I might actually go through that house right there to get to this street, and we'll go straight back to here. One potential issue is right here is an open sewer. A lot of techs, the things I was just talking about, and shocker zombies. So a lot of what I do, and a lot of the reason I'm good at the game is because I know it's all about knowledge and expectations and assumptions. I know what things are dangerous to me. I know what my strengths and weaknesses are. And I know roughly how to anticipate the danger. Like I talk a lot about, I'm not ever worried about the danger I can see. I'm always thinking ahead about what could be just out of sight around the corner. That's the kind of stuff that will usually kill you once you got a basic understanding of the game. So it's always playing the risk roulette about what's going to be too much danger to put yourself in for what capabilities you have. Gasoline and fast noodles. No thanks. Oh, the dreaded Scooter. The bane of main battle tanks everywhere. Hey there, Scooter. It's Scooter the Magnificent. Yet another video that everybody's highly entertained by. Main battle tank versus Scooter, the deathmatch. Also on my YouTube channel. Feel free to go watch. That one's only a couple of minutes long. A short couple of minutes. Alright, zombie child. And another capture van. So, none of this stuff can see me. I really love the changes that have been made to a few things that actually help quite a bit. That's one of them is the exclamation point above their heads when they detect you. So, right there, all of a sudden I know that thing knows where I'm at without having to check this thing. So, as soon as they get the exclamation point, they can see me. And as soon as I'm too far away, they can't see me, but the child will still come towards me because it's following my scent trail, and it's moving towards my last known position. So if I kind of move like this, watch the child, it's going to kind of move in that same kind of arc as it follows my scent trail slowly. Unless it gets distracted. It got distracted. Oh, there it goes. It caught my scent trail again. So it's good to practice this kind of stuff so you kind of get a feel for the behavior of the zombies and their movement and their detection rates and so on. So normally a pack of feral hunters would be something, or feral runners I mean, would be something to not necessarily fear, but they can be pretty dangerous to low-level characters. But I know how to stay far enough away that they're not going to find me, hear me, and they're not going to... I'm moving in such a way that my scent trail is not likely to be crossed by these guys. That's kind of another unconscious thing I do that I don't talk a lot about is my choice of movement paths. A lot of times it's inherited wisdom that's hard for me to kind of pass along. But it's important to know and understand the mechanics of how the zombies and the enemies work when choosing your paths. So, shock zombies, shocker brutes, we're starting to get some fun stuff on the list. They're all over here in a big old bunch. Man, that much light there must be... Is that where the sewer is? That must be where the sewer is. There must be a mess. Oh yeah, there's a mess. Take a look at this. Oh, look at this nonsense. Hey, technicians. You're not going to last long. A husk is killing everybody in the area. That's going to be a lot of gear laying on the ground there by the time all these techs die. Good old husks. Another one of my favorite things to do is just walk in a circle while I've got movement advantages and let husks kill all the zombies for me. Then I just walk them away and then I run back and I loot all the corpses. Using your environment. Understanding the dangers and the benefits and using the environment to your advantage. Alright, Hunter. The Hunter, if he gets my scent, he'll get on me. He'll be a little bit pesky. More hunters. That guy can daze me even from outside his visual range. So I gotta kind of pick a direction here, or I can use my flashlight to reorient all the zombies and then move another direction. Alright, so my original plan was to go into this house just southeast of me. I think it's the one below this. I think the one right here. right there. Actually, yeah, that's the garden. So yeah, it is this house right here. And then go out the back window to connect to that street. And that'll bring me pretty much right on top of the mill surplus and the tower that we're looking for. Because if I go down this way, I'm heading towards the nameplate. And with Wanderspawns enabled, hordes move towards the nameplate. So it's 50-50 chance when they are triggered to move. They'll move 50% of the time towards the nameplate of the city they're in, or they'll randomly move a direction. So that's why you end up having lots and lots and lots of zombies near the nameplates of cities. So that's... I'd rather avoid going into a high-density area like that if I can. Let's do this. Let's come over here, and we're going to... I got no shock zombies immediately near me to worry about ranged fire. We're going to go ahead and turn on the flashlight. This is a tactic to let all the zombies know where I'm at. As soon as I turned it on, they all got, well, everything that can see me. This guy is blind. But all these other ones lit up. They can see me, and they're going to move my direction. So I'm going to let them do that for just a minute. Then we're going to turn this off. Now, they're all going to move to the last position they saw me in, and I'm gonna relocate and then work my way back around again. That guy there I'm probably going to have to deal with. The rest of them shouldn't be a problem. Let's go... Actually, I think I'm... Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for, right there. Feral Predator. He can see me. Very good old Feral Predator. Alright, that changes things. Feral Predator is dangerous. That one I gotta pay attention to. He is... full strength? Yep, full strength. Let's see, how to do this. Don't have good cover nearby. He can hop over the fences, and I don't want to go into the grass of this small wooded trail. Public space and the garden are not useful to me. Although, I might be able to go public space, garden out to this side of the street, because they've got pathways. Yeah, let's go north directly away from the predator. That one hunter I'm going to have to deal with. I'll lose him fairly quickly. Alright, so I don't remember how long the pathways are here. Let's go back to walk mode. Always, 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 always keep an eye on your stamina and conserve it as much as possible. Do not be running when you absolutely don't have to be running. Even I'm famous for forgetting to turn it off. Ah, you had to be right there in my path, didn't you? Let's see. What the hell? That was weird looking. I'm kind of skirting the edge here. Yeah, look at all the techs that are dead now. Oh, incandescent. You haven't quite killed them all yet. What do we got? A light bulb, tool belt, safety glasses... Nothing. There's an industrial ID card for the industrial plant. There's a hacksaw. Oh my goodness. Normally that would be pretty exciting find, but we've got all that covered. Alright, I think I'm just gonna... We'll do the slow walk. He got distracted by something to the north apparently, so he's going that way, so that's good. Alright, that worked out pretty well. So as you can see, this vision advantage is just tremendous. Combine that with the rollerblades giving me such fast speed, and it's so easy to just fully maneuver around and loot pretty much an entire city. Alright, so there's the mill surplus. Let's go ahead and head in there. That guy will probably follow me all the way in, and... what do we got up here? MBR vest that's empty, and knee pads. That's like knee pads number 5 or 6, isn't it? I knew we'd do that. Give me the cargo pants, and I can't see because of the damn FoodPerson mask, and I didn't. All right, we gotta take this mask off. How much space do I have? Should be okay. All right, they're coming pretty quick now. Hey, elbow pads. somewhat tempted to turn on my flashlight just so I can see everything at once. Come on, what's in there? Antiseptic powder. How about we take off the sunglasses? Oh, that didn't help? Why am I... It's probably because I'm down a point. Yep, nothing on my eyes. I'm only getting 2. Truck zombie has shown up, huh? Alright, now we need to get out of here. It's getting a little rough. Okay, hey, fire truck. Stop running. I might have to kill this thing chasing me. No, no tools in the fire truck. Alright, I want to get my stamina back. Let's kill this thing that's coming after me. Hopefully he doesn't knock me down. Or we can just miss a whole lot. How much torso encumbrance? Oh, 77 torso encumbrance. 77! Wow, we must have gotten this mostly full now. We're up to 33 encumbrance in that. Why does that seem a lot more than usual? I guess I do have 51 volume out of 59. That must be what's doing it. Alright, not gonna hide in the truck. That's too dangerous. Trying to find a space. No houses nearby I can use. Thorny Shambler. I gotta be a little cautious. I want to drop the pack, but it's going to drop a whole bunch of stuff, and then it's going to take me a long time to actually pick everything back up again. And if I keep getting a continuous stream of zombies coming at me, it's going to be a bit of a problem. So I could hang out in the truck, I guess. Just want to kill this 1 or 2 things coming after me at the moment. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I forgot I'm not drunk. another big tactical error. I haven't drunk my drink yet. Let's see. Now I need to get some more space again. Alright, let's have gin and vodka mix. We are drunk. Alright, now come get me. Remington 870 Express. 7 shots. Tempted, but I can't remember the last time I used a shotgun. Alright, you stupid critters, get away from my vehicle. Let's do another fake out. Uh-oh, I dropped my light. No, I can't do it. That's why I prefer to have headlamps. I don't want to mess with the Thorny Shambler. It's going to poison me for a short bit. Love how that line of zombies is following my scent trail there. Let's see. gonna come get me, or am I gonna be able to hit this on? Nope, he's gonna come get me, and then I'm not gonna be able to fight him. That's funny. Damn you, stupid low-level zombie. Don't you walk away from me now. Alright, see if I got my room to breathe now. Thinking back. Whoop! Nope, shady zombie showed up. This is what I feared. There's just cascade of enemies. Come on, just need to get my stuff, and I need to get my stamina back, and we'll be back in good shape. Ah, now here comes a whole bunch more stuff. Like I said, that's kind of what I feared. I didn't get anything picked up again. Damn it. Give me my flashlight. And give me that. That's all I really care about for the moment. Yeah, it's getting a little dicey in here. Huh. Smoke zombies. Dissolutes. My maneuvering room is getting scrunched up pretty big time. Let's... Problem being, if anything hits me, I get knocked down, and then I can get surrounded and killed pretty easily. Oh, crap. Dissolute stepped exactly where I didn't want him. Ooh, that was too close. Shock zombie has shown up. Alright, let's turn on the flashlight. Shock zombie is 16. Turn off the flashlight. And get moving again. We're gonna work our way around this. Whoops! Hey there, tough zombie. How you doing up there, Incandescent? It looks like he's got them just about all dead. Still not seeing much. Oh, welding goggles! I need welding goggles! That's what I need right there. Map note. Weld gog. Lots of dead techs. There's another tech right there, and he can reach out and grab my stuff. Alright, so I got a stream of guys down here because I flipped on my flashlight. They all came moving this way, and then they're trying to follow my scent trail, but it's gonna wear out. So I'm just trying to stay out of the largest group sight while I reorient a few zombies and go grab the rest of my stuff. Like I said, that's what I feared, is dropping it and then not getting opportunity to pick it back up again.